Today marks 1463rd day sharing lessons I learn and continue to learn with you. My hope these insights will inspire you, support dreams, help achieve your goals, really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today is one more letter, seven words that starts with letter V. I think that those are very, very powerful, probably one of the most powerful words that we need to really include in our vocabulary to attract those words into our lives. So, number one is vision. This is again the power of direction. And it's one of the most beautiful things is when you think about the vision, when the vision that you want to, that you have for your life, that you have set for your life, that you dedicate your life to. That is vision. And I think that vision is so important because based on that vision, you will say, okay, who I need to become to achieve that vision, who I need to become that, who I am right now, and who I need to become. There's a gap. There's a gap in yourself that you need to develop, to grow, to improve, to achieve that vision. And it's a very beautiful thing that is that direction is in that vision. We need to adjust things. And sometimes I think that we directionless because we do not have that vision. And I think that we need to always set the vision. You don't need to be rigid with their vision because vision might change. But I think that having a vision is extremely important because I said that when you have that vision, you're able to understand, okay, who you need to become to achieve that vision. And that is a pursuit of a lifetime. Become the best version of you to achieve that vision and beyond. And of course, that means we need to pursue the vision that is infinite. You're able to achieve more and more of those things just to really be content, be joyful and meaningful. It's almost like a dance that you always feel the joy of doing it rather than waiting until the song will finish. Number two, and this extremely important word, is vitality as well. And this is the energy of life. I think it's so important to really look into what fuels you, what really makes you to increase that vitality. Because I think that one of the most important words as well in pursuing the best version of you is energy, vitality. Because the most important things is how much fuel do you have to pursue the things that you want. I think sometimes we have, I'll say that, okay, the most important thing is time. The most important thing is money. And I think that those are great resources, but the most important thing in life still is vitality and energy. How much fuel we have, because you have all the resources in the universe. You have all the money in the universe. You can have all the time in the universe. But if you do not have vitality, if you do not have energy, it doesn't matter. All other things doesn't matter. That's why so many people who really don't focus on their vitality. That means that vitality is a lot of things. It's your health, it's emotions, it's your focus, it's your creativity, it's your relationships. All is coming down into how much energy and vitality you have. Number three is values, and this is partly anchor of your integrity because sometimes we're not able to move and act with integrity because we just do not know what that means, because sometimes we take action in one way, so other times in other way, and then sometimes we feel misaligned and we do not know where that misalignment is coming from. And I think that sometimes you just need to say, okay, like I'm feeling misaligned, so maybe I'm misaligned because I have a blind spot. I subconsciously have a value, but consciously I doing total different thing. So what we need to do, we need to really bring awareness of our subconscious values that we have. Sometimes we just do not know, and be able to reflect and uncover the true values. Sometimes we consciously want to have one value, but subconsciously we have set up other values. So that is very, very important to understand. Okay, what are my core values? And the most important part about values is really aligning our values, aligning our life based on those values. Because sometimes what we do is we say that, okay, those are very, very important values, those are the most important values. But then the question is, do we actually live by those values? What kind of actions? And this is a question that's very, very important. What kind of actions do we do? If those values are so important, what actions do we do on a daily basis to represent those values? If you say that the health is your number one priority, number one value, what kind of actions do you do daily to represent that? If you say that your family is your value, what do you do daily to represent that value? Because when you think about three most important values, those need to be represented every single day in some way or another. Number four is vulnerability. And this again, the strength of openness. And to be honest, for a long, long, long time, all the way probably till 30, I used to believe that strength is being able to really show strength no matter what. And show strength is that you are calm, peaceful, grounded, and you don't show emotions. But I think that vulnerability is a beautiful thing when you're able to be open, that saying that okay, there's something that's still going on. And I think that vulnerability is showing that you are human, and vulnerability is for connection. I love the saying that I learned from John C. Maxwell, like people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think that vulnerability is showing that I care about you so much that I'm willing to open up and share my insecurities, my blind spots, my the things that I'm still working on. And I think this is a beautiful thing when we're able to share that. And I think that vulnerability needs to have timing. Like if it's something is emergency or urgency, you're not able to share vulnerability during that time. You need to really do the necessary things and make right choices and actions on the moment. But in a development, in a progress journey, I think a lot of times you need to really share that we are human. Number five is visualization, and that's a mind's blueprint. I really love visualization. One of the main reasons why I love it is that it's familiarized. Your mind, your thoughts gets familiarized with a different picture of you. Sometimes you do not achieve our vision because we never thought about it. Because in life, everything happens twice. First in your mind, second in real life. You never thought about it, it'll never happen. So visualization allows to achieve that vision once, twice, third, four, like 10 times, 100 times. And because you thought about it so many times, you get so comfortable with the picture of you achieving that vision, the picture of you being that version. And because you become so comfortable, it's much easier to move towards that. Sometimes when you think about real approaching stranger, it's very hard. But when you speak with that stranger for the first time, it gets more comfortable. Second, you speak second time, third, and after speaking with that person for 100 times, it's extremely easy to speak with a person, extremely with the flow. And I think that's exactly with our visualization, with our picture of us becoming that person, best version of us, because we become super comfortable seeing that version and we act accordingly. Because I think that's one of the most important things. And then sometimes people say like law of attraction. I think there's not law of attraction, it's more about visualization and get familiarized with that picture. And our attention is programmed differently at that moment because probably I've heard that we have 100% information coming in during the day, and if we choose to look only 3%, and those 3% will dictate how far we can go. And when we start to visualize future in a better way, we're able to really adjust those 3% that actually helping us rather than sabotaging us. Number six is virtue. And that is a foundation of character. Understanding what true virtues are. I really love what Jordan Patterson speaks about virtue because that's if you're weak and you don't hurt anybody, that's not virtue. That is weakness. But if you are strong and you're capable of damage, but you choose peace, choose to not hurt anybody, choose to protect. At that moment, that's the virtue because you're able to control your strength. So that means that when you have virtues, at that moment, that means that you are capable of a lot of things and you choose to use those things for the benefit of others. Because virtue sometimes is excellence. But what you will be excellent on will dictate are you virtuous or not. Because sometimes you can really use that excellence to achieve terrible things. You're excellent and hurting people, and that is not a virtue. So then I think that virtue is always about how do you use something, and that virtue always. But you need to have something, be somebody, and of course that is for the serving others. Like I said, your actions really reflect your highest ideals. And last one, and this is our word is visionary, and I think that's the greater mindset. I think that every single person, even though I share that the vision is very very important, but I think that we need to really understand that there's a difference between vision and visionary. Vision is that every single person must have a vision for their lives. Visionary, I think that's again, I think that every single person needs to be a visionary in someone else's life. Vision is for your own life. Visionary is for other people's sake. What I mean by that is that you create visions that uplift other people to really join your pursuit. I think this is a really thing when you start to ask, like, why not me to achieve that vision? Why not me to bring a team to really pursue something more meaningful? Why not us? And I think that we always ask, like, how could I even improve even one person's life? So vision and visionary. Vision is about myself. Visionary is about including others into my vision. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think that other people could have seen differently that picture. But I think that every single person needs to include themselves in the vision, and then include others in that vision as well. So, and altogether, the essence of those seven V's are vision gives you direction, vitality gives you energy, values gives you integrity, vulnerability gives you authenticity and connection, visualization gives you belief, virtue gives you character, and a visionary gives you impact. So I hope you reflect on those seven words and maybe include even more words that starts with V. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.